Hello everyone, I am Ganxol, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Season 2. So it has been quite some time since I've been to the village. Last time we were here, I was just building a few extra buildings around the area, as well as I believe killed the Ender Dragon just a little bit prior, but never really did any other explorations past that. So today is the brand new journey of expanding not only the village here, but the entire world as it is, as we begin our adventures beyond this tiny little island that we've called home for the longest time, and instead we finally start exploring the vast, open, and mystical lands that we call this world of Kingdom Come. Alrighty, folks, so with that out of the way, welcome on back. It has been quite some time, as I mentioned beforehand, so I just want to give you a quick little rundown of what I've done in the village. As you can see, quite a few things have been added, including a giant wall around the majority of the main village here on this side of the island. It's gone pretty well. Got our villager breeder here. Still not sure what I'm going to be using it for exactly. Got our wonderful little micro farms here, and there. Got our little dock system that we built. And of course, on the upside here, we have the mine. Got a little bit of extra wall. And of course, the barn and the fields where we have a bunch of wheat, which that is more wheat than we'll likely know what to do with. Got some beetroots over there. Some potatoes. Nope, that is the carrots. And over here we have the potatoes. And our iron farm, which has been pumping away iron ever since it's been going off, and I think right now we have, plenty of iron. How much iron? I'd say plenty of iron. So, with that said though, it's time that we actually do something a little more interesting than beforehand, because while we do have this village, we have our little house on the other side of the island, and of course the underground dwarven village as well. I think it's time that we expand our borders and make Kingdom Come into a proper kingdom. So that means we need to venture out and build a mainstay town. So what I'm thinking is we build a nice little bridge over the waterways right over here and get to work on expanding just everything we've got. Also, I have a horrid problem, which is I don't do inventory sorting storage systems properly. You've likely seen my unfinished one in my Igniter series. I tried to make one in the remains of what was once my hardcore series, and even here, while I did technically make one, I never really finished it. So that's probably going to be another thing on our agenda to do. But right now, I want to build the road. Well, not the road, but build the bridge. So in order to get over it, we have to figure out where we're going to put it. After doing some considerations of what we've got around the area, I feel like this right here is going to be our best bet for the actual bridge, because not only can we line it up with one of the holes in the wall here, but it gets us to the mainland, it connects the village to the mainland, and overall I feel like that's going to be a better option. So I'm first going to take out this little section of the wall, see what we've got on the other side, and aha, I see. May need to redesign this because it is a little narrow, but we can work on that later on. But right now, let's just clear out this hole here. Do some of that. Do some of this. And I guess we should probably just block off. Yep, do that. And perfect. There we are. Got a nice little gap here to build the bridge. So I'm going to need some supplies, because while we do have plenty of birch wood, we're going to need a little bit more material than that. Well, the main objective has been done, which is to create the bridge, but now it's time to decorate, because honestly, this looks a little bare bones. And a little unpractical, if I'm being honest. How's that wood even supporting itself? So I got some materials, and I found what I'm thinking is a pretty good place to set up the inn. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to carve out all the trees around the shoreline, a little bit in here, and make ourselves a nice bit of flat land, and also get us a little extra material we can use to touch up a few things in the inn, just in case I didn't bring enough, which honestly I hope I did, because I brought a lot of stuff. Why do I have 2 shovels? Right, silk touch. Wait. Will this work? It works! Yes, it's been a while since I've done shearing with a non-shear item. So I think this is a big enough space. So what we're first going to start off with is just the main... You know what? I actually have an idea of what we can do for the build, so it's a little less... It's a little less awkward. So what I'm going to do is actually, if we put it like that... and like so, we're going to have the whole point of the inn being that you can actually cross underneath it, so you don't actually have to get off the road to get to the inn, and nor is the inn on the side of the road because it is connected to the road. I like that idea. I'm going to see how it works. So first, I need to lay down the foundation, and I'm thinking we can get something working that won't look horrendous. So I got the foundations all laid out, and I'm thinking this is actually working pretty well. Oh, I forgot to seal up this hole. So let's just do a bit of random block placing. Yeah, that works. So I'm going to make that section there the main place where all the beds are going to be. And this will be where the staff and the main residents will live. So now it's time to get the ball rolling and get the rest of the builds set up. So I'm thinking we're going to start with that building first. Well, it's nearly nighttime, but I can say without a doubt that for the most part, the inn is now done. So just going to take a little munch on bread and come right inside. And I'm going to take a nice little sleep in the guest rooms, because we now have our wonderful little base all set and ready to receive visitors. So I still need to install just a little bit of extra decorations, especially on the bottom floors and the staffing quarters, because this is kind of bare. But it's going to do for now, because this is a nice little place to do a little bit of segue work between the main town and wherever I decide to build the next one. Which, honestly, I think it's time to actually head back to the other town, because we need a proper storage system. So it's time to make our way back and get on that right away. So I acknowledge that originally this building right here was going to be our storage unit. However, I realized very quickly that there are a lot of blocks that need to be sorted out. And honestly, I just want to set a place where I can store all of my normal just block pallets. So all of my woods, all my stones, all my rocks. We just need a spot to store all that. So what I'm thinking is that along this wall right here, right next to that little shabby entrance that I put on the side so I can get back to my house, I'm going to put the proper storage units. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out this area a little bit more, like so. So we have a bit of extra space. We'll move this flower there, so we have plenty of room. And I'm actually going to start with just placing down the chests so I can get an idea of what I'm going to be needing space-wise. And then from there, we can see what we need. So we're going to go, let's see. Oh, no, not like that. Yeah, so we go like that. Okay, and like that. Yep, okay. All right, I got an idea. So if we stack like that, then maybe... Hold on. Give me a second. I think I got this. All right. I like this. I like it. I like it a lot. And I'm thinking if we do... Oh, no. We actually do something like this. And like so. This might look pretty cool. Let's see. Oop. Move over a little. That. And like that. And if we go back on down. Yeah, I like it. Oh. Oh, I like that a lot better. Now that looks like a nice wall of storage. So I can start putting stuff in there while I build the rest of the building. Although, I feel like I want to have something that symbolizes what each chest holds. So that means I'm going to need some item frames. So that means we're actually going to go visit the old house because it's time to visit the cow farm. Oh, it's been quite some time since I've been here, folks, but it looks like your numbers have actually dwindled quite a bit. So I guess I need to head over to the field right here, gather a little extra wheat, and do some breeding to get a few extra cows so that my little excursion's not gonna run you all dry. So, grab some wheat, replant what I took, and, you'll see. So while we wait for the cows to repopulate, I think we should do some work here in terms of actually building the main structure. So, in going with the theme we have here, I think using cobblestone as the main base would be a pretty safe idea. Something a little like this. Yes, I'm digging it. But instead, we use, instead of, say, the logs, which we will be using instead, I will actually use, let's see, do we have any around? We may have some. Do we have any? No, not on hand. Let me see. This is also partially why I need the storage place built. Perfect, I found some tuff, so we'll just put a little bit of tuff here. Put some tuff here. And you know what? Put one there, just because I know I'm going to put a log there. So, nope, I don't need you, so we'll do a little bit of that. Little bit of that, and a little bit of that. Perfecto. Oh, one too high. Foot. There we are. There we go. That looks a little better. And let's see. Do we use the strip? Yeah, we used. Yeah. We already got strip logs there, so I feel like strip logs there might be pushing it a little, but we'll take a look. We'll take a little look. Okay, I did a bit of a lie. I decided to actually go with stone, and honestly though, I like that a lot better than what I originally had thought of, so we're actually going to stick with this. So we're just going to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that works. And we'll do a little bit of tuff here. Grab some logs. Bring it up like so, and voila. This is going to be a very nice looking storage place. And you know what? It's not just going to be a storage shack. It's also going to have a small little building on the side, just because I feel like it's going to add a nice little bit of storage that I normally probably wouldn't add, but I'm feeling a little daring today, so we're going to add it anyways. And I should probably think about getting an elytra in the future, but that's here nor there for now. So let's just work with what we got. And I feel like I want to take that pillar out, but I'll think of something. So rather than making this into just a giant one block structure, I've decided to actually break it up to where this will be one structure, and this will be a side structure that's connected to the main structure, so it breaks up things a little easier, and I feel like it's going to look a lot cleaner. So now what I need to figure out is what I'm going to do for the interior of this building, and I'm thinking this is where I go back into sort of like that bit of building style where I do some spruce wood like so, and in part some oak logs, like so. And stretch it up 4 tall, so it matches just a block higher than normal. Like that. Yeah. Yeah, this is looking pretty clean. Pretty clean. I do need a bit of extra spruce, which I think I have a little bit left in the old storage unit. So we're going to grab a bit more of the materials we have on hand and see about installing a few extra little doodads here and there. And like that, I've done a little bit of an update to the build, and I'm kind of liking this. It adds a bit of extra character that wasn't there originally, and it actually fits pretty well. So now I'm just going to take the grass blocks, kind of do a bit of a an border edge trim to the whole situation, like so. And I like it. I like it right now. So we'll do a bit, we'll do a bit more of this, a little bit more of that, maybe a bit like that, and yeah, that looks pretty nice. Now to add the roof and a second story. Let's add a second story. I'm feeling a second story would be pretty cool. So instead of doing something like that, let's extend it beyond what it is normally, and let's probably have some spruce logs. Yeah, spruce fencing. No, we'll use oak fencing and see how it turns out. Or nah, we'll use spruce. Let's see what happens. So I haven't gotten the whole building finished just yet, but I think for what I've got going on right now, it's working very well. Got all the storage space I'll ever need, and in here, I have a few ideas what I might be able to do, but right now, what I need to focus on is to see if the cows actually have gotten, well, repopulated enough for me to make some leather, because let's see, actually, before I head over, I need to make a quick count of how much I actually need, and that's going to be, let's see, 8, 16, 32. We need 32, and I think I grabbed some earlier, so 32 minus 9, that's the number. 32 minus 23. I know how to math. Anyways, sword. Let's do some butchering. Oh yeah, there's plenty of cows. So I got my leather, got my steak. Now I just need to go get the sticks, and we should be all set to get at least the storage portion of the building set up. And while I'm doing so, I'll be able to move all the materials I need to actually finish the build all into one spot. So I know I have some sticks in here somewhere. There we are. I'm gonna need a lot more sticks though. And just like that, the storage shed is complete. But now I need to actually build the rest of the storage building. So I guess what we'll start off with first is stone. Stone and grass dirt, yeah. I think it feels fitting that those would be the first two things to be put away, since that's usually the first two things people find. Well, actually, it's dirt, but, wood. Oak wood. There. Alright. 3 down. I don't know how many more to go. But I need to first finish the roof, so I'm gonna go grab all the logs I can before night falls, get more or less the frame built up so I can actually start working on the place once I do a quick rest and avoid all the dangerous mobs that usually spawn. So yeah, gonna have to start putting this to good use though, because we're gonna need a whole lot of logs in a very short while. So I will admit, I always enjoy seeing the dusk to dawn kind of situation. Pretty. Well, nothing says a good morning like rain. Ooh, nearly fell off the corner there. But with the last of this wall being built, I should be able to get the roof on, and then we'll have, finally, our storage shed properly built, and then I just gotta store the blocks in the proper spaces, and we'll be all set and ready to go. So, just like that, we're set, and now I need a floor, and we use oak plants. Oak planks for the win. Well, it took a little longer, actually longer than I care to admit, but I got the roof on the place, and now the storage hut looks amazing. So now I have a perfect place to store all the materials. So we got a place for the tuff, we got a place for the cobblestone, we have places for everything, and I just need to sort it all out, and we'll be all set in stone. Cobblestone, perhaps. And that was a horrible joke. Please don't leave. Well, actually, perhaps, because while I'll be filling up the storage units here, will be wrapping up today's episode because it is now time to take a break because this has been exhausting. I have literally zero ideas, but with the storage building built and the inn already established on the other side of the bridge, I already have a few ideas that I want to add. So now that's going to be a few things that I'll have to think, do some deliberating, and other things that I can't verbally say at the moment. I am tired, as you can tell. But with that said, I do want to thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed the return of Kingdom Come, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure to hit the bell notification. That way the next time a new video is up, you'll be the first ones to know about it. And with that, I genuinely want to thank each and every one of you. Hope you have a wonderful day and or night. Don't know what time it is for you, so I'm going to assume both. And until then, I must bid you all adieu.